we were walking around and I had just said it would be a nightmare to lose a child in this place because it was dark and it was crowded, and while there's Christmas lights, it's still crowded, and you're in a zoo and they have things blocked off, but you can go down all these little ways. And so I had said it would be a nightmare to lose a child. At about that time, not kidding, we turned a corner. Here came the most beautiful little girl, big brown eyes. She had a winter hat on and her coat, and she grabbed the hand of the man that we were with, the other couple, and she said, she was desperate, and she said, "Have you seen my dad?" And so I was like, my heart sank, because I realized we're in this crowd of people and there's no, and so I knelt down beside her and I said, you're lost? And she said, "Yes, I'm lost." And was his name Adrian or Fernando? She said, "My dad's name is Fernando." And I said, "Okay." I said, where did you see him last?" And she said, "He was by the merry-go-round, and his mom walked around the corner." She's very, detailed, but she's starting to cry. I mean, tears are rolling and big brown sad eyes. And she said, "He followed his mom because his mom walked around the corner, and now I can't find him." And so I'm holding her hand, and I said, "We're going to find a worker, and we're going to help," because I'm looking around, realizing it's kind of cleared out right there, and there's nobody looking for her. And so I see a worker, and we walk over there, and I kneel down beside her, and I'm like, "She's going to help you." And I start telling the worker, and they immediately get on and say code Adam and all this stuff. They start their procedure to find her parents. And she said, "My dad's name is Fernando, and he works at HEB. He doesn't work here, he works at HEB." And I said, "Okay." And she's trying to help me, find her dad. She's telling me information about him, but there's hundreds of people, and so she's holding tight onto my hand, and so I just stayed there beside her. And about that time, a lady and a little girl come rushing around the corner, and she's like, she's mine. She hadn't mentioned her mom, only her dad and her grandma. So Travis said, "Is this your mom?" And she laughed finally, like relief, and said, "No." And then she laughed and she said, "Yes, that it was." I think it was maybe her stepmom, but she said she was with her. And so the lady took, the little girl, and all was well, and they thanked us and everything. But it was so funny because the mom came from the merry-go-round. They ended up being where they were where she had seen them. She, just thinking they were gone, I guess, had wandered off looking for them. And I totally, when I laid down last night, I couldn't fall asleep, and I was thinking about that sweet little girl, and I thought, oh my gosh, I think that is what we do sometimes as Christians, or in this world with so much trouble. That mentality of, "Have you seen my Father? He's this man, he died on the cross. I know who he is, but have you seen him? Because I'm lost and I don't know where he is. Have you seen him? He was just right here and I can't find him." And the irony in that is, he's still right there. Just like the little girl's family, they were right there, the merry-go-round, but she lost sight of them. And so she tried to search for them because she lost sight of them. And I think sometimes we lose sight of God, we lose sight of our Father, and we start searching for him when he's saying, "I'm right here where I've always been. I'm right here. I'm always the same. He's the beginning and the end. He doesn't change." We sometimes seek so hard after him when he's right there. He's right where we left him to find him. We sometimes leave in search of other things and we lose sight of him, but he's right there and he doesn't change. And I thought about that, just the lost little girl and the panic and the describing her dad, and how we can be so much like that. We know who our Father is. We know everything about him. We know what we've been taught, but we lose sight of him and we get panicked and we get desperate, and he's right there. He's right there. And so I love that God is always there. We're the ones who sometimes panic and search for him because trouble comes and we don't see him. But he's right there. And I just wanted to remind you that when we sing this song, when I think about the Lord, he saved me. He picked me up. He turned me around. He's consistent. He's there. We sometimes get in the way of him. And so just in this holiday season, seek him right. He's right there. He's right there. He's not hard to find.